When a husband passes away, life changes in ways that numbers alone can never describe. One of the most confusing questions that follow is about work and money. Many widows open an envelope from Social Security and find new words that seem almost secret. Surviving spouse earnings test, annual limit. Those terms hide the details that decide how much you will receive each month. The letters feel official but never fully explain the meaning. Behind those printed lines hides a rule that can change how you plan every working hour. The rule is called the earnings limit. Understanding it will protect you from unpleasant surprises and give you control of your income in the years ahead. The heart of the system begins with a promise. When two people build a life together, their Social Security records intertwine. If one of them passes away, the survivor can claim a monthly benefit based on that shared work history. The goal is to keep households from falling into hardship after losing a partner. Over time, lawmakers created additional details, and those details created confusion. The good news is that the numbers have logic. Once you learn that logic, the fear disappears and planning becomes simple. In the year 2026, the expected annual earnings limit for widows younger than full survivor age is about $23,000. That means if you earn less than this amount from wages or self-employment, your Social Security survivor benefit will remain untouched. When you earn more than that figure, the agency holds back $1 of benefits for every $2 of extra earnings. The word held back matters. The money is not lost forever, it is delayed. Later, when you reach your full survivor age, usually around 66 or 67, your benefit is recalculated and permanently increased. The months withheld earlier are turned into higher payments in the future. Imagine Joanne, who works part-time at a library. She earns $27,000 during the year. The limit is $23,000, so she earns $4,000 over the line. Social Security withholds $2,000 from her benefits for that year. Her deposits look smaller for a few months, but when Joanne reaches full survivor age, the agency credits those withheld amounts back through a lifetime raise. Every dollar is returned through time. Knowing this, Joanne can plan her budget and avoid panic when that first letter arrives. The next question is, what income counts toward the limit? The rule measures only earned income, which means wages, salaries, and business profits after expenses. It does not include savings, withdrawals, pensions, investment interest, or home sales. That difference is often misunderstood. Lisa, for example, worked 2 days a week, earning $20,000 and used an additional $15,000 from retirement savings. Her total spending money for the year was $35,000, but Social Security counted only the $20,000 she earned at work. Her survivor benefit was not reduced at all. Another part of the system is something called the grace year. It applies to the first year you collect benefits. During that year, the program looks at your income month by month instead of yearly. You can earn more before you start receiving benefits without a penalty as long as you stay under the roughly $1,900 monthly amount after your first payment begins. The rule was created to protect widows who work part of the year before deciding to file. It is one of the most compassionate details in the program because it keeps early months of employment from ruining the first year of benefits. There is also a special rule for the year you reach full survivor age. During that year, the limit temporarily rises to something close to $60,000. You can earn nearly full-time wages without losing benefits. Once your exact birthday passes, the test ends for good. Every paycheck you earn from that day on is yours without deduction. For many people, this moment feels like crossing a finish line. The letters stop. The adjustments stop. The benefit becomes permanent. To see how this works over time, let us follow the story of Maria. Her husband passed away when she was 59. At 60, she decided to return to part-time work at a small bakery. Her first year, she made $22,000 and kept her full benefit. The second year, she worked extra shifts, earning $28,000. The third year, she paused work to spend time with family. Across those years, her total payments shifted slightly, but she never paid back a single cent. When she reached 67, all previous adjustments disappeared and her payment increased permanently. Today, Maria tells others that patience is the best thing she ever learned. Work does more than bring income. It helps fill the hours that once felt endless. Understanding how to balance work and benefits allows you to keep that sense of purpose without guilt or fear. Many widows assume they must stop working completely to receive their checks. Nothing could be farther from the truth. The system encourages you to work if you wish to. It simply changes timing for a few years. Because the limit resets in January, you can plan your schedule strategically. If you expect a promotion or seasonal work, you can adjust hours to stay under the threshold or simply accept temporary withholding, knowing that it will return later. This turns what once felt like a punishment into a dollar-for-dollar negotiation you control. By treating time as part of your money plan, you create the freedom to work or rest as you choose. Another myth says that Social Security reduces all kinds of income. Remember, it sees only your earned wages or profits. You can rent out a room in your home, draw from an IRA, or sell belongings without changing your survivor checks. Many people realize too late that they could have enjoyed savings all along. Knowing exactly what counts prevents unnecessary sacrifice. The cost of living adjustment, or COLA, also plays an invisible role. Every January, your benefit grows slightly based on national inflation. In years when you wait to file, those increases are added to your starting amount automatically. In years when withholding occurs, the same growth applies to withheld money. Waiting does not erase raises, it multiplies them. So when you finally reach full survivor age, your benefit has climbed not only from recalculation, but from inflation as well. To stay in control, create a simple routine. At the start of each year, check the current limit on the official website. Then calculate your expected income, including potential overtime or seasonal work. Keep receipts if you are self-employed, so you can subtract expenses before reporting profits. At mid-year review your progress. If you have earned more than expected, you can choose to reduce hours or continue working and accept small temporary reductions. Either path is yours to choose. Keeping organized records turns confusion into confidence. Write down the gross amount you earn each month, the current year's limit, and the difference between them. When a letter arrives from Social Security, you can compare it with your own numbers. Seeing the same figures on both ends confirms accuracy. The habit takes minutes, but the peace lasts for months. Let us talk about taxes briefly. When your combined income, meaning half of Social Security, plus all other annual income, rises above $25,000, a portion of your benefit becomes taxable. At $34,000 and above, as much as 85% of your benefit can be taxed. That may sound harsh, but in practice it rarely changes the total check by much, and you can plan around it by adjusting the timing of retirement withdrawals or asking employers to withhold taxes automatically. You prevent surprise bills in April. Tax planning may sound dull, but it keeps your benefit intact. From a wider view, Social Security's earnings limit may look mechanical, but it evolves with society. Decades ago, widows often stopped working once benefits began because that was the culture of the time. Today, many remain active beyond 60 and the system has lifted limits steadily for decades to match the new reality. By 2026, the average widow will earn a few thousand more and still keep her full checks compared to earlier years. In practice, the rule is slowly becoming more generous. Behind every number lives a story of perseverance. Consider Ruth, an art instructor who lost her husband at 60. She kept teaching small classes at a community center, earning about $21,000 a year. Her Social Security representative helped her calculate everything, and she kept her full survivor benefit each month. She says that work kept her heart busy and allowed her to share beauty with others. Perfect example of how knowledge protects freedom. Consider also Brianne, a former nurse who opened a small consulting service. She earned $30,000 her first year and saw $3,000 withheld. She kept working, and 5 years later, at full survivor age, she found her recalculated payment about 8% higher than before. Her patience turned temporary loss into lifelong increase. She now laughs when new widows worry about withholding letters because she knows what they truly mean. Learning to interpret those letters is the turning point for many. You can read them differently now. Withheld means postponed. Adjustment means future credit. Recalculation means benefit restored. That vocabulary is the bridge between paperwork and peace. When you finally pass your full survivor age, the entire equation becomes simple again. Work as you wish, earn whatever you choose, and your survivor benefit continues untouched. No more letters, no more limits. The system lets you live freely without conditions. Every check from that point forward represents both your late spouse's work and your understanding of the law. At that stage in life, a new kind of security appears, the confidence that you mastered a system designed to confuse. You learned that rules can serve rather than restrict. You protected your future and taught yourself to plan with clarity. If a newly widowed friend ever asks for guidance, tell her the truth that no one tells early enough. The government does not take your benefit for working. It adjusts timing until the chart equals out. Waiting will reward you. Working will not hurt you. The patience you already live with carries financial value. This knowledge belongs to you now. You will notice news shows speaking about reforms and new limits every year. You can listen calmly because you understand how it works. You will know that small increases to the limit turn directly into more freedom for widows like you. Awareness becomes your long-term safety net. When the next deposit appears in your bank account, take 1 second of quiet gratitude. See that amount as the combination of your spouse's effort and your newfound wisdom. It is proof that information is power and patience is profit. You are not just collecting payments. You are managing a legacy. If a friend or neighbor begins the same journey, share what you have learned. Tell her that working within the rule is possible, that the letters will make sense in time, and that confusion can become confidence. These conversations are acts of compassion disguised as advice. Each time you pass knowledge forward, you continue the original purpose of Social Security, which was never only about money. It was about care across generations. When you look ahead, remember that every small action keeps the system balanced in your favor. Recording income, checking updates, asking questions, and staying patient are quiet forms of strength. You are writing the next chapter of your life with information rather than fear. One day, another envelope will arrive, marking the last calculation and the removal of every limit. That paper will feel different. It will confirm that everything you waited for has been restored. Keep that notice somewhere safe as a reminder that patience works. You can keep working if you choose. You can step back if you prefer rest. Either way, you can still receive the support your partner earned. The rule they never explained can no longer surprise you because now you understand it. The knowledge itself becomes part of your income. It stays with you for life.